Hey, my name's I'm 12 years old. Hey, my name is Andrew. This is another video in my series on how to flourish in your creative life by listening to the things that I wish I had learned earlier. And one of those things is that you can't do everything. And these days, man, we feel like we have to do everything. Especially if you're watching YouTube videos on like how to do creative stuff and how to like market your music, or if you go to a conference or you read blogs, Substacks and stuff, and they tell you like, okay, you should post, 4 reels a week, and you need to post 6 TikToks, and you need to send out an email, and you need to make 3 Instagram posts, and be on Facebook, and be on X or Twitter or whatever it's called, and you need to do this and that and this and that, and oh, also you should probably write your songs or your book or your paintings. You don't write paintings, you paint paintings. Make the actual art that you want to make. Also, this may not even be your full-time job. This may be your hobby, but still you need to do all those things so that people can know about the thing that you want to do, so that you can keep doing the thing that you want to do. And that's exhausting. It's miserable. It's miserable. And you know what? Nobody can do it. It's not possible. It's a full-time job to tell people about your hobby. And it makes it miserable. So why do it? You don't have to. You know who's telling you to do all that stuff? The people that own those companies. Of course, Facebook and Instagram want you to post all the time on Facebook and Instagram because that's their business and you're their product. And even YouTube here that I like, but yeah, they want you to make stuff for YouTube because that's how they make their money. And all these other things, they all want you to be on it all the time, and they make you feel guilty if you don't. But you're not a bad artist if you don't do all that stuff, and people can still find your music or your art and your books, and more importantly, you can still be really good at what you do if you don't do any of that stuff. And you can still enjoy doing what you do if you don't do any of that stuff. If you feel like you need to tell people about that stuff on the internet, pick one of those things that you like to do. I used to spend a lot of time on Instagram and posting all the time because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And eventually I realized that I was doing that because I was addicted to Instagram. I couldn't get off of Instagram. I was on it all the time. And I thought that because I was on it all the time, that meant that I needed to be on it all the time to tell people about my music. But I started realizing that no matter how much I posted about my music, nobody really saw it, and it wasn't making anybody listen to my music or come to my shows. So it wasn't working. I was just spending an hour a day on Instagram. And every time I would close it, I would feel worse about myself. That wasn't working for my music, and it wasn't working for me. I was a worse dad, a worse husband, a worse friend, just a worse human. And I wasn't making music. Why was I doing that? So I stopped. But you know what? I realized that I really liked writing. Like writing. And so I started kind of messing around on Substack, because Substack is kind of a social media for like long form writing. And I started writing once a week or once every 2 weeks. And eventually I wrote a book. And sorry, these gnats are awful. So I started writing like once or twice a week, and people started responding to that way more than they ever did on Instagram. And eventually that led to me writing a book. And that was cool. And people seemed to care about what I wrote there, and they shared it and they responded. And I was like, well, this is way better. And I like it. When I close it after spending time on Substack, like I feel good about it. And then I thought, well, you know what? I actually went to college to be a teacher, and I dropped out to do music, which I'm really glad about. We could talk about that later, kids, if you're thinking about dropping out of college to do music. I know that sounds like a terrible thing, but it worked for me. But I still kind of love teaching, and I've started doing it more and get to teach at a few colleges here and there, and get brought in different places. And so I thought, man, maybe I should do some of this. So that's why I started doing this YouTube stuff. And you know what? Kind of having fun. And when I make these videos, and I've kind of been learning about camera stuff, and I'm like, I kind of like this. It's really fun. So for now, I'm having fun with it. It's given me life and it's given me joy. And so while it's doing that, and if people are responding, like, well, then I'm going to keep doing it because it's not dragging me down. It's not sucking my life out of me. And people are eventually finding the work that I do. And actually, this is kind of becoming the work that I do that I enjoy. And that's kind of fun. It's actually changing the work that I do, but in a way that is fun for me. But that's even a whole different discussion. But also, more people are finding my music, which is actually why I started doing all this in the first place. But I stopped doing all those other things that I didn't like to do because I didn't enjoy them and they weren't working. And I got tired of feeling like I was an employee for a company that I didn't work for. And you don't have to do that either. You can stop. You can tell Mark Zuckerberg, no, you don't work for him. Just stop. Pick one thing. Pick the thing that you like to do and do it and have fun with it. And you know what? You don't even have to do any of them if you don't want to. If you just like writing songs and maybe playing shows in your hometown or playing shows in your area, just do that. Find people in your area that like your music. And if you're serving the people around you and they love it and you have fun, that's success. That's it. Don't make the fact that you're not posting on Instagram all the time make you feel like you're not doing a good job, because people are responding to what you do when you do it and you have fun. It sounds like you're doing it. So awesome. So you got this. Just pick one or two things, or pick the things that give you life, and have fun, make beautiful things. Thanks for watching. Now go do something awesome.